Hello, welcome to my video. I made this video for my Girl Scout Gold project. The project was to clean up a historical marker in Tivoli for Watts De Peyster's industrial home for girls. Before I get into the project, I figured I would share a little bit about John Watts De Peyster. In 1821, he was born into a wealthy family in New York City, where he grew up with his grandfather and uncles. At age 21, he inherited a fortune. In 1841, he married Estelle Livingston, and they moved to Tivoli and had an estate known as Rose Hill. In Tivoli, he also had a dispute with St. Paul's Church, which led to the building of the Methodist Church that is now on Broadway in Tivoli. Another large contribution of his was his belief that fire companies should not be volunteer but should be trained like in Europe. This idea was adopted first by New York City, who established a paid professional fire company. In 1898, he built the Tivoli Firehouse, which was used until 1986. Another important player in the history of the Watts De Peyster Industrial Home for Girls is James Starr Clark, who in 1867 established the Trinity Academy as a military-style boarding school for boys. Watts De Peyster ended up buying the academy and established it as an orphanage named the John Watts De Peyster Industrial Home for Girls, with the mission to teach orphaned or abandoned girls useful trades such as hand and machine sewing. According to the Poughkeepsie Eagle News, the school had room for up to 100 girls. Here you can see parts of what still stands of the foundation. Although overgrown, this is where the school used to stand. You can see parts of the foundation walls, and they're even more visible in the winter. If you stand behind where the monument marker is by the road, you can see parts of the foundation. The school had schoolrooms, a chapel, a gymnasium, steam laundry, carriage house, ice house, and a windmill. This is part of the foundation of one of the other buildings that was part of the school. And again, parts of these can be seen from behind the monument. Now, on to my project. The marker stands between 45 North Road and 51 North Road. Over the years, it has become run down and the area around it has become overgrown. It is set back only about 30 feet from the sidewalk, but because it is not well maintained, very few people would visit or look at it. Because this is such a large part of the history of our little village, I thought it would be important to highlight it as much as I could. The first step was to clear the area around the marker. As you can see in the first picture, there was a lot of debris and brush in the way. Once we cleared it, we had some dirt to make the area more level and be able to plant grass and shrubs. What we needed next was to make a walkway. Lucky for me, the village was uncovering an old sidewalk over on Woods Road. The village used this stone to create an Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial, which is also located on Woods Road. However, they also kindly donated 7 stones for me to use to make a path. Me and my dad moved these stones into place using PVC pipe to roll them around. For landscaping, I planted boxwoods and burning bushes. In a rush to get everything planted before it snowed, the grass and plants didn't have much time to grow. But since then, the sun has come out this spring and the grass has begun to grow. Since then, everything has grown in and many people have already visited this little addition that showcases just one part of the rich history of Tivoli. The front of the monument reads Watts De Peyster Industrial Home and School, and the back of it has information about where the block came from. We have one final comparison between the before and the after. Thank you to everyone who helped me on this project, especially the village of Tivoli, Emily Major, and Mayor Joel Griffith, as well as my wonderful Girl Scout troop and my troop leader, Harriet Burke, and of course my friends and family who all helped me work on this project. I certainly learned a lot about the history of Tivoli, and I hope you do too.